The Road Traffic Infringement Agency, in partnership with the Eastern Cape Department of Transport, are commemorating World Remembrance Day for road accident victims today. The aim of the event is awareness to reduce carnage on our roads as the festive season approaches. For more on this, let's bring in Abongile Jantjies, SABC News reporter. He's covering the story. First, Abongile, very good morning to you. So I understand just recently scores of people died in a bus crash not too far from where you are, Key River Bridge crossing on the N2. It's actually where the commemoration is taking place.
Yes, indeed, Blaine. That's what's taking place today. In remembrance, particularly those people who died in August in that fatal crash accident, which left about 32 people dead. Even the bus company was to be found in wrongdoing during that accident, Blaine. Well, today it's all about reducing road carnages as preparations for the upcoming festive season here in the Eastern Cape. This area where we're at, it's really not that far from where that accident took place. Well, it's a place where it's a strategic place where authorities such as traffic and the Department of Transport usually use during the festive season to conduct roadblocks. As you can see here, there are some vehicles that are being stopped by traffic officers to ensure that there is compliance. Well, we see people of the clergy also here to really pray for a safer festive season, making sure that people obey the rules of the road and reduce the number of carnages. You recall last year there was a hard lockdown during the festive season, and we saw quite a decline in the numbers of road fatalities. But this year it seems as though, since we're at level 1 during this time, and things will see more people on the road, more people traveling from different provinces, making home as holiday makers to visit their loved ones. So this year they are really putting their cards in place so that that can be reduced. With me, I do have the spokesperson of the Road Infringement Agency, Mandla Mkhaliphi. A very good day to you, sir. We are here today once again. Last year we were here too at the very same spot. What's different this year with the strategies that you have in order to ensure road carnages during this festive season?
Good morning, Abongile. I think as South Africans, you are aware that we lose about 14,000 road users per annum. That's a big number. And today, as you are all aware, is World Day of Remembrance for the victims of traffic fatalities. So as the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, we are working with the Eastern Cape Department of Transport and in other provinces, Northern Cape, Northwest, as well as in the Western Cape. And the main message that we are taking, as you have rightly pointed out, is around compliance. Let us comply with laws of the roads at all times. And from the side of the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, we are saying the key things is to really pay attention to what ARTO is saying. ARTO is saying we must change the behavior. We must improve the way we behave on our roads. And it has been proven in other countries that where there has been compliance with traffic laws, with ARTO, with points demerit system, there has been decline in terms of fatalities. So that is where we are now. And as the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, once again, we are all aware that we are preparing for this massive intervention of road control, which is ARTO. And in that way, what we are saying to the road users, the way it is going to come up is going to really present road users with a number of options, because the most critical step is to make sure that even before you find yourself receiving tickets, we must comply. There is what we are preaching, which is called voluntary compliance with traffic laws. We need not see traffic officers before we reduce the speed. It must be something that is inbuilt in us, that we must voluntarily comply with traffic laws. And above all, what ARTO is saying during this phase 2 of the rollout of ARTO is that we are deepening education around this particular road traffic intervention, where we are saying road users need to take advantages of the options, the rights as presented by this piece of legislation, which is the Administrative Adjudication of Road Traffic Offences Act.
Since the implementation of ARTO, I understand it's a fairly new baby. Since the implementation of it, what are statistics showing in terms of driver behavior and the reduction of road carnages?
Yes, you are correct. ARTO is a fairly new road safety intervention. It's been implemented only in 2 jurisdictions in the country, which is Tshwane and Joburg. And from the information that we have been able to gather into those 2 jurisdictions, ARTO is really making a significant dent in terms of changing the behavior of the road users. And that is why now the country, Minister Mbalula has indicated recently that this program is going to be rolled out throughout the country. And what that means, we are busy setting up all the right systems to make sure that this law is implemented throughout the country. And in Gauteng, or in Joburg and in Tshwane, where it has been implemented, in previous years, in 1 year, 1 festive season, we saw the reduction of fatalities going down by 19%. And it's something that we are really looking for, that if it can happen in the entire country, where fatalities that occur on our roads, whether it is during the festive season, whether it is the Easter period, it is the right step in the right direction. And it's really the onus is on us South Africans today to join the international community as we commemorate the World Day of Remembrance.
Coming back to our roads, it's only say around the 16th of December would start to see volumes of people, of motorists making their way to different destinations throughout the country. Do you have sufficient manpower to ensure that there are people on, there is visibility of law enforcement agencies for this festive season?
Well, our sister agency, which is the Road Traffic Management Corporation, they are handling that particular aspect. So we are part of the whole chain as the Road Traffic Infringement Agency. And we can safely indicate that we are in discussions with them so that we have like a very integrated plan that covers the entire country in terms of ensuring that road safety, it really starts from where you have just pointed out, the element of law enforcement, to make sure that there is enough manpower, staff who are deployed throughout the country to make sure that all road users, they are aware that we all need to stick by the laws of the road. But more importantly, the onus is on each and every road user, each and every person who is behind the wheel, to make sure that we comply with the laws of the road. Because without that, we are fully aware, you have rightly pointed out, that there might not be sufficient manpower, there might not be sufficient traffic officers on the road, but the onus now is on each and every one of us to make sure that we comply with the laws of the road. So it's not a situation where we need to really be on the lookout for law enforcement officers. What will really reduce fatalities on our road is what we have pointed out, which is voluntary compliance at all times with the laws of the road.
Coming to the major contributors of road carnages, it's all on driver behavior, high speeds, and drunken driving. Those are some of the things that are being mentioned when we calculate the stats that people are just less compliant. Do you think that this year is your message clear enough for road users?
Yes, the message is going to be clear enough, and I'm sure the Minister of Transport very soon, Minister Fikile Mbalula, is going to make an announcement in terms of what interventions, what plans are here for the festive season. As you have rightly pointed out, well, in some of the years there have been reductions, in some of the years there have been increase. And what the country is working towards is to make sure that there should be 0 fatalities on our roads. It's a main concern, and I'm sure the Minister very soon is going to make further pronouncement as to what plans are here for this particular festive season.
I thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Blaine, that was Mandla Mkhaliphi, the spokesperson for the Road Infringement Agency, saying that it's all in the driver's hands to ensure that there is sufficient compliance on the roads. Back to you in studio, Blaine.
All right, Abongile Yankees live for us at the Khai Bridge in the Eastern Cape on the N2. Appreciate your reporting.